Hello and welcome back to the channel for another video. Before I really get into the video, I just want to say that something like 80% of people who watch these videos aren't subscribed. There's a chance that you're coming from the previous Borns video, or that you're looking for Borns stuff and that's why you're here. If you could subscribe, it will mean a lot to me. Thank you. So earlier this year I made a video about Garrett Borns and how he had disappeared online, quite appropriately titled The Online Disappearance of Garrett Borns. That video just hit 10,000 views, and it's the first video that wasn't about Popular Mars Argo on this channel that has hit that milestone, and thank you so much for that. Whether you're a fan of this channel, whether you were looking for a video on Borns, whether this and the other one are the only two videos you've ever seen of mine. Thank you so much. But I think that that video deserves to be followed up on, because although I wasn't at all expecting it, there has been movement in the land of Borns, and in this video I will go over what movement there has been since I made that video. Although little, I think the movement in the case of Borns is significant enough to warrant a video, which is this one by the way. A lot of this information comes from the Borns Reddit, where fans of Borns get together and share information surrounding his social media movements, etc. And well, it's actually the main reason that this video exists. I was seeing in my analytics that the disappearance video was getting more views than usual, so I jumped onto Reddit because I thought maybe there'd been some movement, and people were getting the video recommended after his comeback. Not that I'd seen anything about it, of course. But long and behold, he has returned. Kind of. A post from early November showed that he had posted a new Instagram story, and it's this one here from Mona__Lisa6969. It shows this that says musing with Asia Persuasia. And there he is. So it's a new-ish photo. And something like this, although it may seem minuscule to other people, is quite big in the land of Borns, or in fact anyone who's seemingly vanished online or just in general. It was kind of the first people had heard from Borns or about Borns in quite a while. Interestingly enough, a couple of days prior, an Instagram story had been posted to YouTube and it featured Borns, and it was this video. Don't know who that is. I know that's Borns, I guess. Is that pottery class or something? Oh, okay, so there's actually a series of them. So that was a lot of information about Borns in a few days after not really hearing from him at all for a while. Outside of Instagram, Borns has also made and released some music. Maybe. So he has in fact released music. He was involved in the T-Rex cover song Dawnstorm that was released this year, with the music video in tow. It was said by the Tumblr account Forever Borns that this was recorded in 2017, as you can see. But I couldn't find anything else that backed up this, that it was recorded in 2017, except for the next thing we're going to talk about. Because interestingly enough, he did an interview in November of 2020 as part of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Red Carpet. In the interview they talk about the T-Rex cover album, and do actually confirm it was recorded in 2017. Here's a clip from that.
I would like to know what that conversation sounded like. Did you actually go in on your knees, or like were there tears involved? Like, how did you?
It was all telepathic. It was a lot of meditating and sort of like just trying to send that energy his way. So yeah, this is before, you know, Zoom and all that stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
This was years ago, 2017.
You guys made the album in 2017.
Yeah, I think that's when it was recorded. Yeah.
Wow. So wow. Okay. So yeah. We've been through some things since then.
Oh yeah, we've been through some things. Yeah.
So it's not technically new music, although it's new to the world. T-Rex were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which is how the interview ties into everything else. It's also interesting to note that Borns is no longer on the Interscope website for a list of artists. It should be here, in between Blackpink and Brianna Castro, but he is nowhere to be seen. Scroll down. Absolutely nowhere. Is he under G? I don't think he's under G for Garrett Borns either. Nope. So, what does that mean? Who knows? So, what does this mean for Garrett Borns and the future of Garrett Borns? Well, Interscope are still part of his website, because if you go to bornsmusic.com, you'll see down the bottom that it says copyright 2020 Interscope Records. So that previous thing is a bit confusing. This hasn't been updated for quite a while as far as I know. If you go to the news section, the last thing was the 2018 tour. So there you go. The about, I would say that hasn't been updated. I'm 9% sure. Throughout 2015 and beyond. There you go. But does this mean that Garrett will come back with new music? I don't know. Does he have a record deal? I don't know. I think that if Interscope were really kind of hard on him about it, that they wouldn't have anything to do with the website. But will we maybe see the website no longer exist into 2021? I think that's a valid question, because it says copyright 2020 Interscope Records. So maybe next year the website won't exist. But regardless of everything, he still does have a platform, and there are people who are awaiting his return. Now, he hasn't posted on Instagram. I haven't checked Twitter, but he hasn't posted on Instagram. His comments are still turned off, which I discussed in the previous video. He hasn't mentioned any of the allegations or anything like that. So I don't know what's happening, but this is definitely a foot in the door to a potential return. But I don't think that he should return without addressing it better than he did, at least. And that's all I really have to say on the matter. Now, the comments from the last video, really interesting, really appreciate them, really appreciate the discussion. And you can continue that discussion in the comments of this video, because as always, I'm more than happy to have a discussion with you. Whether you think that he's going to come back, whether you don't, what you think he should do before he returns, anything along those lines. But if you do enjoy the video, leave a like. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe. The red button down below, unless it's grey, which means you've subscribed, which means a thank you from me and free cookies, I suppose. And turn on the notification bell if you never want to miss an upload. But the videos will still be in your subscription box if that thing down there is grey and not red. But yeah, thanks for watching, and peace.